Okay, so welcome everybody. Welcome to Hot Song Podcast. Today is September the 25th, 2025, and the theme for this evening is Private Practices 2. We did another session of private practices in May of this year. So this is kind of a follow-up now that we've learned a little bit more and experimented a little bit more. So we're going to do this. So why these private practices? Just want to give my my take on why these may be helpful to balance your own wellness. We are not just, we're not just the body, we're not just a spirit. We're actually a combination of a body, we have a mind, or intelligence, and then we have emotions, and then we have the spirit or the soul. So we are a combination of these couple of things. And because of this, because we're not just a body, we're not just body and spirit, we actually have a mind and emotions as well. So sometimes when our mind is very busy or our emotions is kind of very volatile, then these mind chatters and the emotional chatters is going to disrupt how the soul can work with our body. So it's very hard to get the body to like when we are in balance, our soul actually can guide the body to heal a lot better, to self-heal much better. And also we'll be more stabilized, and we actually can I would say have a much higher quality of wellness and life when the soul and the mind just works well and is aligned. However, because of the mind and the emotions sometimes being very loud, so the mind and the soul working together is not always smoothly. So that means we have to do something. So in order to get the mind and the emotion out of the way. So that's what these private practices can do for us. So when we can have the soul talk to the body and the body communicate with the soul, giving feedback very, very, very instantly, then we actually function a lot better. I have a note to talk about soul. So soul there's actually many versions of our soul. What do I mean by that? Is that we have our original soul, and then we have something called our operational soul. So the operational soul is the part of our soul that that comes with us through this body. So it is what we incarnate with, because our soul actually, our original soul is actually a lot bigger, and it's very capable and has very powerful. However, if we have that kind of original soul or powerful soul, we can't have a human life. So we have something called our operational soul, which is only a fragment of the original soul that comes with us, that kind of drive the body that we incarnate into. So that the operational soul, however, over time, because of life itself, of all the choices that we've made, or maybe even experiences, sometimes maybe trauma, whether it is a spiritual trauma or physical trauma, affects the operational soul. So sometimes when we work with meditation, work with the soul, it is a good idea to try to synchronize or really work with the operational soul to be more in line with the original soul, which we are going to talk about a bit more later on. And so most of the private practices, the aim is to quiet the mind, to release emotions so that when your mind is quiet and emotions is also in balance, then your body and your soul would be able to talk to each other, work with each other, align, and be the feedback. So that's the aim of all the private practices. Okay, so questions, comments so far? Not really? Okay, let's continue
Look,
then.
yeah, I did want to understand about the soul, what the three differences are.
What was the question again, sorry?
What's the difference when you say original soul and operational soul? I didn't get that quite.
So another name for the original soul is really the higher self.
Okay.
Okay, because the original soul really is it's the soul that we have when we are not in the body. So the soul that we have that when we are not in the body, when we play on earth or any other playground, we don't take the whole soul with us. It's only a fraction of the soul because the frequency of the playground cannot support the frequency of our original soul. So that's why when we incarnate on planet Earth on this playground, we only take what it is that we need in order to have the experience that the soul wants us to have.
Okay.
Is that clearer?
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you for your question. Okay, let's go back. Okay, so the first practice then is something that we've done before already. This is really something that is called the four pillars, which is pure energies, pure source, soul, and then void. So these four. And I just want to go over what each of these are. So energy. Pure energy is meaning that it is meaning when your mind is quiet, when your emotions are offline, then it's pure energy because it's just the soul communicating with the body. So your energy in your body is really just from your soul. So that is pure energy. So that's what pure energy does. And then pure source. Source is really the energy of the universe. However, the energy of the universe has all sorts. It has good, it has bad, it has everything in there. What pure source specify is we only want the part of the source that actually supports. So only the goodness part of the source. So when pure source comes in, you would naturally feel happy. That's really how you notice that. And then so, well, that is the when we say so activate is really the operational soul that we're talking on. And then void activate. So void is where there's no solid, there's nothing solid, meaning that at the frequency of void, our body is no longer, we don't experience it as being solid. It is all in frequency. So it is all in frequency. So in void is actually where we can release very quickly, very easily, because everything is simply in a not solid. Because it's not solid, we can actually, it's very easy to let go of things. So that's what the void is used for. And these four things, pure energy, meaning no mind, no emotion, pure source, just the good part of the source energy, or the supportive part of the source energy coming in, and our soul being activated, and void, meaning everything goes back to being frequency rather than solid. So when these four are activated, then we call this four columns. This is really the four main things that we kind of the base of the rest of the practices. Okay, so that's the first meditation. We kind of done this before. I just want to reintroduce it again because if we do it really correctly, just this alone is very healing already. So any questions before we start this meditation? Okay, hang on. Let me actually stop the